Hey guys, welcome to Seacod Adventures and welcome to video 1.5. The first video being a time lapse, don't really count that as a great first video, but let's go ahead and dive into it. I really started this channel to make a family memory vlog per se, document the bus build, and really kind of dive into some of the adventures that we take along the way. This whole thing really started with our passion for going down to Key West, going out on the water, and we really needed something that fit that lifestyle. And well, now we have smiles. I mean, come on. Look at that grin on the front. Doesn't it fit him? All right, let's do a quick walk around and talk about some of the things we're looking to do. The coach does have some bumps and bruises. Being a 2003 Prevost, it has seen some wear and tear going down the road. All the rock panels along the bottom do need to be fixed. We do see things like these cracks here where we need to go ahead and pull these off and get them patched. You'll see on the other side where we've already gotten that started. But all in all, everything looks pretty good on this bus. We've pulled it into the bus barn here to go ahead and start doing some of the tear down and start getting it ready to haul off to the body shop to get the paint corrected and get it ready for a wrap. We did have a couple of tanks in here, gray water tanks from the previous owner that we did go ahead and pull out, and getting ready to repair a couple of air leaks on these leveling valves and sensors. You'll see again a couple of bumps and bruises where things might have hit. We're going to have to go ahead and get that corrected. Engine looks really good, all of 127,000 miles on it. I'm going to go have it gone through, make sure everything is rock solid there. It did make a almost 2,000 mile trip out here to Iowa, all the way down from Florida. So no issues along the way. Everything seems to be really good there. There was a generator back here, but we've gone ahead and pulled that out. You'll see it in some of the footage that I'll tie in here. Maybe some of the time lapse of us pulling that out. One of the things that we are really excited about is these massive bays. Coming from a fifth wheel, we didn't have much room for things like the batteries and the inverters and toys. So we're hoping this is mainly going to be our mechanical bay for tanks. We're looking at probably putting about 200 gallons of water storage in here. Where we go, there is not much for a hookup. Mostly dry camping down where we go in the Keys. And we'll spend about 3 months down there doing dry camping and off-grid stuff. So really excited about these massive bays. Planning on putting our mini split here in the diesel bay. So we're going to go ahead and have that door modified for ventilation, as well as putting some ventilation in the floor for air circulation. Again, massive bays out here for toys. We are super excited about that. Plenty of room for our, wakeboards, paddle boards, fishing gear, e-bikes. Super excited about getting this finished up and getting those toys loaded into Mr. Smiles here. Lastly, you'll see this is where we kind of started messing around, seeing what was going to be involved, and let me tell you, getting those panels off, getting it cleaned up, it's a lot of work. Prevost loves Sikaflex, and it is on everything, and it is hard to get out. As we go ahead and hop inside, you'll see we have the dash off. There were quite a few air leaks back there that we did have to go ahead and get patched up. Those are rock solid now, getting ready to do a valid air install. So we're going to leave this kind of opened up while we get prepped to pull the seat out and get the valid air system put in over there on the driver's side. You'll see from the time lapse to now, there has been a lot that has happened. So we went ahead and just kind of put the cameras aside, pulled up the flooring, and got ahead and sanded it all down. We noticed in the back there was some mold, there was some water damage. The previous owner had a shower back there and a sink, and it had leaked a little. So it did cause some water damage that we want to go ahead and clean up, as well as the bays. The bays had quite a bit of water damage as well. So we kind of just pulled everything aside and wanted to get everything cleaned up as quickly as possible. We're going to pull these AC units out since we are going with mini splits, and funny enough, it's the same size as a Fantastic fan. So probably going to just leave the holes, put some fans in here for ventilation, We got those nice large windows. So on those nice cool nights down in the Keys, we can pull in some fresh air. One nice surprise is everything is foamed. Went ahead and measured the foam. We have about 3 inches of foam on the ceiling and wall, bringing us to about an R10. So one of the nice things there is we don't have to do the spray foam, and it's going to help a lot with the manual J that we'll have to run here to figure out our AC sizing. So super excited about that. That was one item I was very, very nervous about, trying to figure out how am I going to keep this massive thing cool. All right, so now I guess let's talk about what's next. So like you've seen, there is some damage to the rock panels. Both bumpers need some work. There's cracks, nicks, dings. The body shop's going to handle most of that for us, but we're going to go ahead and knock out the rock panels because that's pretty easy, save some labor there, and let them go ahead and do the paint and prep work once we get all those mounted up. The final fit and finish on the outside, we're probably going to go with a wrap instead of doing a full body paint. It'll hold up a little bit better where we're going down in the Keys. And then as it gets sun faded, we can just peel it and then put another wrap on top of it instead of worried about, constantly getting the coat stripped and repainted. For the inside, we are going to go pretty simple. We're going to go with like an island setup in the middle, giving us about 10 feet of living space up front. Bedroom is going to be the smallest room because honestly, we don't plan to spend a lot of time in the bedroom. So really, we're just going to be back there sleeping. So, enough to fit a bed and some clothes, and that's about it. For the Victron system, looking at going up to a 48 volt system, looking around 52 to 60 kilowatt hours of energy. Why am I going so much when I don't really need it? Well, down in the Keys, sometimes we'll get storms that'll come through and really shade out the panels. So I'd like enough battery to get me over those humps. During some of the rainy days that we'll get down there, sometimes you'll be a day or two without good solar. So I'd like enough battery to get us over the hump there. We will be bringing along a small gas generator to kind of get us over any humps that the solar panels can't make up for. And as far as solar goes, we have a massive, about 41 foot long roof up top. It's about 8 foot wide. So looking for around 4,500 to 5,000 watts of solar. That should give us enough to run basically anything that we want to without draining the batteries and giving us enough solar to do makeup there. For water in that massive bay in the back, we've kind of measured it out roughly. We should be able to get about 200 gallons of water, and the same for black. We're going to do a black-gray combined. We don't have to separate out where we're dumping, so one big tank for each will be, really helpful here. Well, guys, there's a lot to do. I'm super excited to get this bus project started. If you want to learn more, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for following SeaCow Adventures. Also, don't forget to leave your comments below with anything you'd like me to talk about or you might want to see. See you guys soon.